Hi guys, so I'm going to teach you a little math lesson. So I'm using what I have, so if it's not perfect, I apologize. So we're going to start out with vocabulary. So this week we're going to start talking about fractions. So fractions is simply just breaking something up into equal parts. So if I have a paper towel, if I have this paper towel in front of me, right here, and I said, oh, we only have one paper towel left, and you have to share it with a friend. How would you break it up? Okay, so think about that. If you had to have equal parts, how would you break that up? So breaking it into two would be called, does anybody know? Anybody know? I'm sure some of you have said it. Breaking it into two equal parts would be called halves. Now, so here's my paper towel. If I have my paper towel and I broke it here, would that be equal parts? No, because if I gave this part, or if I kept this part for myself and I only gave this part to my friend, do you think my friend would be very happy? I don't think so. So let's try it again. So if I'm going to break this into equal parts, I think a good way would be to fold it in half this way. Then I could get a scissors and I could cut it in half, and that would be equal parts. So I'll just rip it, but probably the best way would be to cut it. So equal parts, right? It's not perfect, but you get the idea. We could also break it into equal parts another way. We could fold it this way, open it up, and we could cut it the long way, and that would be equal too. So the whole point of having equal parts, or the whole point of fractions, is to break something into equal parts. So the first word I want you to look at is this word fraction at the top of the paper, breaking something into equal shares. So it's like sharing. You want to share equally with everyone. The next couple of words I want to teach you are rows and columns. So if I say I have 3 rows in my garden, rows go across. So a row goes 1, 2, 3 across. Columns go up and down, up and down. So when I think of columns, I think of, in Rome, they have something called the Pantheon building. And I'll show you a picture of it in just a second. And they have columns in the Pantheon. Let me show you on my computer a picture of the Pantheon. So you can see, I guess I can only hold my video up this way. Okay, so you can see a picture, oh goodness. You can see a picture of the Pantheon building. Do you see how these columns right here go up and down, up and down, up and down? So those are columns. Columns hold, see how they hold the ceiling up? Those are columns. So when you think about columns, think columns going up and down, rows go across, okay? Okay, so let's talk about an array. So it's really easy to break something up into equal parts if you break it up into little squares, okay? So do you see I have some rectangles, I have some squares. So if I take my pen and I draw my line down, and draw my line down, and then I draw my line across, I can break it up into I can break it up into little squares. Then I can count how many squares I have. So I could number it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could number it like that. So there's 12 parts. So if I broke that up into 2 equal parts, I would want to have each half have 6, right? So this one only has 1, right? How about the other ones? So we have this rectangle, we'll break it up like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Break this one up, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a big one. Oh, can't see it, sorry. I'm trying to hold my camera while doing it at the same time. You can see breaking it up. So let's count that one together. Can you count it with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So that is 30. So hopefully that will help us start. Now if you turn your math book to the first part of the lesson, page 585, you can see that they started partitioning things off. So they used rows and they used columns. Okay, so we talked about how rows go across and columns go up and down. So if I were to start, I would say I could break this up into rows first. So do you see how I made 3 rows? Now I can make the columns like that. So they want you to break things up. So rows, columns, and then array. So this is called an array. This will help you, boys and girls, when we do multiplication. So I want you to try to see if you can follow the directions and if you can remember those words that I taught you. Okay, so sorry if it wasn't quite like it would be at school, but I think it's should help you kind of understand what we're doing in math. We'll be doing fractions just for a little while and then we'll be moving on. Now I really want you to pay attention because this will help you when we do multiplication, I promise, okay? So have a good day at school, be kind to your teacher, be kind to your siblings, and I will see you tomorrow.